What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here with another video, and today we are finishing off the last regular season 5-round mock. It's horrible. So, I've loved doing this series. I know you guys have loved it, and it's been a really, really fun time. And, of course, since I'm posting possibly 2 videos today, hopefully both of them can download, we're going to deal with the computer fan, alright? We're going to deal with Computer Fan, especially in honor of how many times the Computer Fan has fucked up the video audio. So, in honor of that, I wanted to thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I mean, this series has been the one that's actually hit off. But keep being excited because, again, we are not giving up on this. TDN better get their shit, sorted and be able to tell us, hey, these guys are declaring, these guys aren't. Because we got Mohamed Ibrahim. We have guys who we've already drafted who apparently are just today declaring to go back to school. Plenty of things are going to change, guys. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. However, let's get into it. Final round. It's the final countdown, everybody. Looking at the Jaguars. We're down to 2 options right now. We're down to getting an edge, like a Tyreek Smith. Or we're down to getting another safety, like Tyree Gillespie. And if I'm not mistaken, Javon Holland was our pick last time, right? Good pick. Really good value. Have you ever heard of getting almost a full round's value for a strong safety? Because, of course, if you play slot corner, I'm pretty sure you can play free safety with your coverage skills. And Javon Holland's pretty versatile. You can play him at corner. You can play him at safety. Both strong. Weak side as well as free safety if you want to go with the TCU route. Tyree Gillespie can, look at him, 6 foot 210. You can put him, if you want to put him at free safety, you can. I'm pretty sure this guy is a strong safety though. You're getting a great value for him. Starting off the 5th round right, fix up that secondary, man. You were missing Saxonville. I'm missing Saxonville. It's a great squad there. Let's rock that way. Jets, Jets. We are 100% not trading out of this spot because we have guys like Greg Newsome on the board, Aaron Robinson, TJ Carter, Tariq Castro-Fields. You have guys even like Trey Dean, Josh Jobe, he's a slot corner. So you guys don't need him, but Josh Jobe, extremely underrated. Yes, the Computer Fan is on. Let's go. Greg Newsome might be the pick here. We want to check out, he's young. Look at that, junior. And your team is young as well. You got, Zach Wilson coming into your squad. You have a really young, growing squad. Aaron Robinson, if I'm not mistaken, is a redshirt senior. Yeah, he's an old-ass dude. I think we want to bring in some youth into the squad. Northwestern secondary, you saw him against Ohio State, man. Granted, it was not against Chris Olave, but, I forgot the guy's first name. Wilson is an absolute stud. So, if you're able to stop that, that's wonderful. Safety from Northwestern is also a beast. Forgot what his name is, something Joseph. But, that's a great start. It's a great start to the draft of the final round. Looking at the Texans, you guys might be without Deshaun Watson. That's a little bit scary. But looking at your squad right now, you guys might want to be getting more of some interior defensive line presence. You need to beef up that defense, man. I'm telling you right now. If you want to look at a guy like Tadarius Slayton, that'd be good. Fedarian Mathis is a guy who I think is a little bit underrated. Looking at the corners, we could be going TJ Carter here. He is pretty young. If you see that right there, he is going to be just turning about 22 at the draft, which is it's a good age. So if you want to get it, because they are more of a sticky man corner situation, if I'm not mistaken, this would be a good spot for him. No need to trade out this spot, especially if you do need a corner that badly. We're going to be going TJ Carter here just to add some extra versatility, some extra depth on the squad. Haven't been able to do a 7th round for you guys, so you bet your ass it's going to be coming too. There's plenty of content that needs to be produced. Let's just hope that the roommate situation doesn't fuck up everything. So, keep your fingers crossed for that. Wish me luck, everybody. Falcons, we got to get you guys something, either the cornerback game, the linebacker game, something. Again, guys, Jack Sanborn returning to school. No real need to discuss that any further. Also, Myjai Sanders decided to return to school. Alright. Freaking Cincinnati's trying to chase a ring right now. Little bastards, but it's alright. So, there's rumors. There are rumors that both Matt Ryan and Julio Jones are being shipped off. That's a big issue. On a team that probably wants some good young targets, Justin Ross out of Clemson, he's probably going to return. There's a good chance he's going to return. Look at this kid. He's going to barely be turning 22 at the end of the season in the playoffs, right? This is a spot to take him. I'm going to be pretty sure that he is going to return. We don't even know if he's going to play football again. But a team like this, that could be the next Julio Jones if you want him to be. He's not going to be. He's pretty scrawny at 205. Again, it's not really scrawny, but like for that size, not really the best dude in the world for it. That could be your next Julio Jones if you want to put some extra pounds on him. Justin Ross, high ceiling, literally floor worse than everybody because he probably can't even play. But, I mean, he is a top 10 pick if he's healthy. That's just what I got to say. Bengals. We got to fix up that tight end squad group. Looking at the guys who are available, we could be going Jeremy Ruckert here, but let's check the other guys who are available. You got Marlon Williams here. You got Shi Smith. Shi Smith could be a really fun target. You don't need a slot, right? Unfortunately, that's probably going to be where he is actually, he's going to be playing. So it's unfortunate. Do we need another tackle? I don't think so. Looking at the guys who are available, again, we could be trading for a team that might want a wide receiver here. And, looking at the guys who are available, I think the Niners might want to be trading up for a wide receiver. You guys are like, what? The Niners? I did this in my last draft, so sorry to spoil it pre-pick. There's going to be, we're going to try to get something out of this. Do you guys see that? Very unlikely to very likely. A little bit bullshit, if I'm going to be honest, but we're trading back a couple spots, and we are going to be selecting a guy who I have much higher than they do. Jalen Darden to be an electric weapon on this squad out of North Texas. I'm telling you right now, if you guys want to watch some fun tape, this dude just bursts off that line like a motherfucker. It's really fun. He's really fun to watch. For you guys who tell me to cut out on the cussing, I've cut down quite a bit, so if you guys are not enjoying it, feel free to not watch my videos anymore. I'm going to be me, and then I'm going to let you guys enjoy the product. If you guys don't, obviously let me know. I'm not going to change myself for you guys, but I respect all your guys' opinions. This is an interesting spot right here because I'm stuck between Jarrett Patterson and Tyler Linderbaum. Because Jarrett Patterson, he's pretty solid and he's super young, but Tyler Linderbaum is so good. He's also super young as well. You know what? Tyler Linderbaum, he will be going a lot higher than this probably. He might be even going third round, if not second. He might be a sneaky first if a team really likes the center and falls in love with this kid. Tyler Linderbaum out of Iowa, we already know how good Iowa centers are. Got this in my last draft as well. So now with the Eagles, you have your backup running back. You have some extra line pieces as well. You got some more linebacker help. We just got to get you guys a corner. That could probably be something we look for in the later rounds as well. Lions, where do we go with you guys? We could be, honestly, we're going to be going the route that I love to go. Tariq Castro-Fields, you like Amani Oruwariye? Tariq Castro-Fields could also be your dude. And it's good value for the pick, in my opinion. If he turns out to be what he was pre-injury, he's definitely worth probably a fourth, maybe a third. But after injury and everything, he's going to be dropping down to probably a fifth, if not a seventh. Well, we'll just see what happens. That kid he has potential, man. I'm telling you right now. Looking at the why was I about to say the Lions? The Panthers. Have we gotten you guys a wide receiver? I'm a little bit sketched out thinking that we might have. But we got Ambry Thomas last time. I just want to make sure that we did not get you guys a wide receiver because I'm 100% down for getting Shi Smith to replace Curtis Samuel. I think that's the right route to go. So we're going to be doing it. Even if we did get a wide receiver, it's extra depth there as well. I don't know if you guys signed DJ Moore to a long-term contract yet, but it might just be a fun weapon. If Shi Smith turns out to be DJ Moore 2.0, that would be a nice thing to not have to pay somebody and then be able to invest more in defense or offensive line. I feel so bad for the Broncos right now because they've just been hung out to dry in terms of linebacker help right now. A guy who I think would be a really good guy on their squad, though, is Monty Rice, a really underrated player. He's been playing at a pretty high level for a while. I don't really get the whole he's not worth more than a third round pick type situation. He should be around a third. He's a Georgia middle linebacker, man. He's been playing at a very high level, very consistently as well. He's not going to blow the doors off, but he's somebody who will definitely stand in there until you get a first round guy like a Micah Parsons. Again, Micah Parsons is not a middle linebacker, but Monty Rice is definitely someone who's going to be a great placeholder until you have somebody who's going to be really solid. Again, you guys have some really good run-stuffing linebackers. Monty Rice has just a little bit more versatility than them, in my opinion, and that's perfectly fine. Looking at the Raiders, again, I don't think you need really anything left on your roster, but we could look at a second running back, and there are guys like Zeus White if you want to save some reps. Jarrett Patterson's a sneaky one here. If you want to look at a guy like Max Borghi would be a fun receiving back. I think this is a good spot to trade back if you guys don't want to get Kylan Hill, which might be the pick that we do go with. But looking at teams, I could probably use another tackle. I mean, you could look at the Chargers wanting to get a Bulaga replacement in Myron Cunningham. You can even look at the Steelers trying to think ahead of, like, I don't even know if we're going to keep Filer. So there's definitely options on the board for us to get replacements for. And to be honest, I'm starting to think about this Chargers pick, and of course they can't trade up because they're in the same division. But I'm starting to think about the Chargers wanting to get Myron Cunningham here. Looking at the other teams that might need a running back or anything, realistically, we've already drafted pretty much everything for every team that's like a big need. The Rams could want to move up, but again, I think that you just got to go with Kylan Hill. I'm pretty sure he's a bowling ball, like more of like a heavy hitter, and again, like rocked upper body. Not really going to be the best receiving back in the world, and he's not going to be the guy who can burst out, but he's good for, I mean, again, you have Devontae Booker there, but I'm telling you right now, just get some extra rotation in there. You know, I don't know how long Devontae Booker is going to be lasting, but Kylan Hill is just somebody where it's kind of too good a value to give up. He was somebody who was very productive at Mississippi State, and he's overall a really talented back. I think it's a good place for him to get some extra rotation, some extra comfort, some extra help there. Jets Jets. We're back with you guys again, and looking at the rest of the board here, we should probably get you guys some help on the interior of the offensive line. And looking at it, I was talking about him earlier. Jarrett Patterson, super young. If you want to get a guy who's a little bit older and more proven, Tommy Kramer's better. Alec Lindstrom as well, really talented right here. Want to look at his age, redshirt junior. If I'm not mistaken, he might be going back to BC. But Jarrett Patterson definitely deserves to be this pick. You know, Jarrett Patterson has been an elite center for Notre Dame. Pretty sure he was injured right now, but regardless of whether he is or is not, he's young. He's a Notre Dame lineman, which you damn well know they're going to play at a high level. Again, I'm not 100% sold on David Moore compared to all these Notre Dame kids who have been winning all ACC. So, Bengals, this is where we got to be probably targeting more of a tight end or anything like that. It's probably the right thing to do, especially given how, like, Jeremy Ruckert has been looking pretty damn solid ever since, like, Ohio State started using their damn tight ends. Again, Jake Ferguson returning to Wisconsin. I think this is the right pick. Just get some extra receiving weapons in there. If he's a bust, it's a 5th-round pick, man. You know, you got more of the blocking tight ends there with Drew Sample. Uzama, really? I mean, come on, guys. Uzama. Like, you Bengals fans love Uzama for some reason, but Jeremy Ruckert's just a fun little gadget weapon for you to use, and it's worth the pick. Now, I still got to do some study on freaking Marlon Williams here. I ain't sold on him, though. The Chargers. You guys used to have a man in, I don't even know if he's still there. I'm bugging on his name. He was a punt returner for you guys. Used to be on the Browns. I really hate the fact that I can't remember it. But he used to be like an awkwardly highly used weapon in this offense. Speed burner as well. So I'm thinking that you either get Tutu Atwell or Reggie Roberson here. I like Reggie a lot. Reggie's a really talented wide receiver. Obviously, he goes to my school, so I get to watch him quite a bit as well. Know him with obviously some connections, but you know he does have some injury issues. You know, season-ending foot injury in 2019. He had a knee injury this year as well, so that'll probably push him down. So if the Chargers want to wait to get somebody like that, 100% understandable. There is a guy in Tutu Atwell on the board though, who he is scary on non-in/out cutting routes. He is insane. Like, he's really smooth, really fluid, and he can burn you downfield. I'm telling you right now, he's not going to break any tackles, but he's a burner. If you're able to get him in space, he's a burner. I love this pick. Tutu Atwell is just a super high ceiling type of player. Very low floor because his hands are like bricks. I think that he's just a shittier version of Rondale Moore, which in the 5th round, pretty good. Now, Patriots, this is the pick. This is my favorite pick probably to give you guys. Kwoni Dang, 6'6", 250. I mean, the kid, he's getting extremely underrated in my opinion. And he's a very high-level character, and everybody loves him in Cal. It's the perfect Patriots guy. And plus, he's 6'6". It's like, holy shit. So that's definitely a great pick right there. And speaking of solid picks, if you want to get some extra depth because of the fact that obviously Cannon's gone, you have a Waynu as well as Wynn. But Wynn's dealt with injury problems. We don't know how Waynu's career is going to be. Obviously, he's going to be talented, but we don't know how long he's going to last. Myron Cunningham's a little too good to pass up. And there are teams like the Steelers that would probably want another tackle. I was talking about the Chargers probably want to go tackle there, but Again, there's guys like Obina Eze that if you want to kick him into guard or something like that, you could definitely do that as well. Again, I think Obina Eze is a fat ass and doesn't deserve to be drafted, but Myron Cunningham definitely deserves to be drafted out of Arkansas. Arkansas has made some very big upsets because their offensive lines held up and allowed their quarterbacks to do some good stuff. Myron Cunningham, definitely a good part of that. Could be going higher than this. You never know. Now, this is an easy pick for me for the Cardinals. For me, I'm down to easily Jack Anderson, who I'm pretty sure is a center, but he might be a guard. I have no idea. But I know that Texas Tech linemen are usually pretty solid, or it's down to Tommy Kramer. It's either going to be somebody who's he's going to be 23 at the draft, versus somebody who's he's just only a couple months older than him, to be honest. But looking at the way they're built, you got 6'6", 320 versus 6'5", 320. Same type of size. I'm going to be going Tommy Kramer. He won all ACC for Christ's sakes. And it's definitely somebody who's much better in the run game. And obviously it might not fit the run scheme as well for the Cardinals, but Notre Dame usually has some very athletic linemen as well. If you're going to be wanting to get a lineman, you usually go with the Notre Dame route. For the Bills, we have to look at either a tackle here, like Abraham Lucas, which I'm pretty sure he's old, or else we can go Cordell here. We can look at even Obina Eze, but he's a little too slow for their offense. And again, speed rushers are going to give him a huge problem. We could also just, again, look at the interior offensive lineman. We could look at David Moore if you guys want to. I don't know anything about David Moore. We could go Jack Anderson as well. Just talked about him. And again, he's going to be pretty good age at the draft, especially he's probably going to be better for win now, given the fact of is he a redshirt senior? He's just a senior. So looking at it, you could also go Alec Lindstrom here as well. It's up to you guys, whichever pick you guys want to go. I think Texas Tech might fit the mold a little bit better, but I'm going to be going Alec Lindstrom. I have a lot of respect for the Lindstrom bloodline now, especially since his brothers developed very well in Atlanta. It's going to be a very solid pick. Steelers, this is where you go Jack Anderson. We're just going off offensive line crazy right now. This is where you go Jack Anderson, be able to get some type of replacement for Pouncey down the line, get some extra depth there, because our line is starting to get old/replaceable. That's not very Steelers-y of us. Raiders, we're back with you guys again? What the fuck? We're going to probably trade down again. Just looking at the guys on the board, you still have Ellerson Smith here. You got Abraham Lucas still on the board. You have some very talented dudes still on the board here. You even have safeties on the board. Keith Taylor still on the board. I mean, man, there's some really good players on the board right now. And looking at teams that could probably use them, the Rams could definitely use another tackle. I'm not 100% sure where we've gone with the Rams. We've gone Baron Browning here. We have gone, because obviously we don't want to make a bad trade up. We got Sedarius Hutchinson. That was a good pick. We got Joe Tryon here as well. We've gotten plenty of picks, all right? We got Walker Little as well. So we've gotten one tackle so far this draft and then one guard. I think it's worth taking another tackle right here in Abraham Lucas. You can see his size. I'm pretty sure he's 6'7", 320. Yeah. So he's a larger dude, somebody who could be more of a project. You can sit him. This team, like you could tell, the Rams need to have good offensive line in order to play well, and they're investing so much in the run game. Obviously, spending a second-round pick on a guy who didn't deserve to be in the second round, Cam Akers. They're all in on this run game. We're going to be trading in that 6th-round pick as well to trade up a little bit just to give our boys some help over there. Again, we already got an offensive tackle, but we are going to be getting another one because we need another one. You need all the shit that you can get on this damn Rams team. Abraham Lucas out of Washington State. Again, Wazoo is a pretty modern offense that they run, so I think that's pretty solid value overall. Bears, looking at where we're at right now, we could probably rock either an edge or an interior defensive lineman, and I'm pretty sure that, Goldman's obviously there, but we could use some extra rotation. Again, our guys are getting older, so you can never really deny a later round pickup that has a lot of potential. Daryl Slayton makes big plays every play. And I think Dante Stills is going to be returning if he hasn't already said so, because he's probably going to want to pick up where his brother left off. And if he develops like his brother did, he's going to be a higher round pick. Daryl Slayton's going to be the perfect pick out of Florida for the Bears. It's going to be great overall. Browns, again, I think we just need to fix up your safety core, just add some extra safeties. Divine Diablo is a great pick here. It's either that or a Melifonwu, but again, you guys have already had Obi on your squad before, and it didn't really work out. I don't know why Ifatu would be any better, especially since his brother was a second-round pick, and he is just not going to be. Divine Diablo's played at a really high level at Virginia Tech for a while. Obviously, he's in the same room as a guy like Caleb Farley, so they know what they're doing with their DBs. Divine Diablo is going to be a solid dude just to keep some rotation in there. Ronnie Harrison probably on his way out. And then, therefore, he can play a little bit rotation with Grant Delpit, which is really solid in my eyes. Colts, this might even be a position that you target in the first round, but we're looking at a guy like Ellerson Smith, who's 6'7". He's pretty insane. You can look at a guy like Malcolm Kuntz here. You could look at guys like Jeremiah Moon, Tyreek Smith, who is just a pure junior. And looking at it, I think Tyreek Smith, after his play in the Sugar Bowl, deserves to be this pick. 100% deserves to be this pick. Stealing him from the Jaguars. I'm sorry, Jags fans. That's okay, though. Tyreek Smith would have been a good option for you guys. If you guys want another project player, Ellerson Smith might be a good way to go. He's definitely not going to be your off-ball type of dude. So if you want him to be more of your Calais Campbell type, that might be the way that you have to go. D'Angelo Malone's pretty solid overall. Kingsley is definitely somebody who I'd be looking at, though. And honestly, it's a fun pick. I like Kingsley. I think he's a little bit underrated. He does make some big plays, and we're going to be taking him. It's kind of a Jags pick, too. A little bit like that. It kind of seems like Quincy Wilson type thing, but Kingsley is worth that pick. Now, Titans, we got to get some... I mean, we probably want to get a second tight end to Jonnu Smith at this point. Not really, like, any big needs on your squad. And, again, I think that Luke Farrell is going to be moving up the draft board pretty quickly. But also, Trey McKitty has been a pretty good part of Georgia, and he's gone. I mean, no, he's gone. He's returning. He's not going to be there. So, Trey McKitty out of Georgia, going to be the pick here. Going to be a solid pick overall. I think it's going to be fun. Why not? Just get some extra tight end depth. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? And speaking of maybe tight end depth, we could go for the Raiders right here. I don't think so. I think maybe this is a good time to get a better backup. And your team definitely lives, breathes, and dies on either a mobile quarterback or else you want a pocket passer. And Chucky's not going to deal with the ego of Malik Cunningham, where he just runs like a motherfucker. This is a perfect spot for Brock Purdy to sit, wait, and just rest for a little bit and allow to be coached by a guy like Derek Carr. Or if they want to keep Marcus Mariota, that's great too. But Brock Purdy is going to be a great reliever, especially if one of the guys gets injured. You want somebody who you're comfortable with being your third stringer or even backup. I mean, he was supposed to be a first-round pick. You never know. He could be going in the third this year. Brock Purdy out of Iowa State doing pretty good things there. Even now for Iowa, they did a pretty good job. Bengals, we got to get you guys another wide receiver. Again, I don't really think it's that big of a need, but we'd be looking at a guy like Reggie Roberson here. That'd be a fun option. Jonathan Adams, definitely somebody who you could consider. He's pretty good. He's 6'3", same type of build as a Jamar Chase. His hands have been kind of an issue, though, so that's just kind of a bigger question mark. That being said, Jonathan Adams has a big upside. He has some drops, but get him on the jugs machine. He has some huge upside out of Arkansas State. And I'm telling you, he's going to be picked in about this 5th round because of the fact that teams will see how good he can play. It's going to be a perfect spot. Again, he kind of has a similar build to a guy like Jamar Chase. Jonathan Adams is probably going to make Joe Burrow a little bit more comfy being with his 4th or 3rd even option. Now, Seahawks, we got to replace that guard spot, and it's down to MP at center and then David Moore. And we're going to just give a little respect to our boy David Moore here. No need for trades right now. You got to fix up that line, man. I'm telling you right now. And, man, I don't want to go through this entire round without trades for, the Ravens. They just need to get some edge, though. This is where you get a guy like Ellerson Smith. It hasn't really worked out too much before, but get a 6'7" project who could potentially blow up and be a huge, huge addition to your squad. Niners, this is where we traded up before. This is a spot where I can think we could trade back. If we're going to be honest, we could probably trade back with a team that needs a wide receiver or a corner. That team could be the Chiefs. I know they have some good corners on the roster, but also the Cowboys. We've only gotten one corner for the Cowboys, and again, they have 4 guys on contract here. This is a perfect spot for a trade up. The Niners are actually trading back with the Cowboys, which, again, 2 of the greatest organizations in NFL history, both being a little bit mediocre this year. But the Cowboys are trading up. Usually Jerry Jones likes to overpay for his good guys. There are some really talented corners still on the board. Again, we could be looking at a backup quarterback as well. But I'm looking at Aaron Robinson here. I'm looking at Keith Taylor, who, again, he's almost a 1999 boy. I just want to check out their birthdays because It's age matters. Age matters. I think Keith Taylor is a really lethal weapon. And again, I love my Washington corners. It's worth the pick. It's awesome. It's fun. You got to stick to it. Bills, looking at you guys, you got to be going for a lineman. And looking at the guys who are probably more athletic, Wisconsin tackles are usually more athletic due to the fact that they're in a perfect scheme. But again, North Dakota State, you have a guy like Trey Lance. You have a mobile quarterback who has been comped to Josh Allen. I'm going to be going with it. Cordell Volson, he's used to that type of scheme, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a great fit. Now, Packers, you're usually with more of... Aaron Rodgers is pretty damn mobile, especially for his age. So we're going to get off the train that you need to get a fat ass like a Bina Eze. But we do need to probably look. Maybe we could get another linebacker in Dimitri Moore or Tony Fields out of West Virginia. West Virginia has the best ranked defense in the country. You guys don't really have much of a backup there, at all. So it's that, or else we can get some extra lineman help. Looking at the guys who are available, again, there's still another corner for a team that might need a corner. But I think we got to be going with a guy like Dimitri Moore or Tony Fields. And we're going to go Tony for the time being just because of West Virginia. They played really good defense this year. Chiefs, we got to go with Dante's. Dante still is going to be returning, so we're actually not going to draft him. But looking at the guys who are still available, you still have Corey Durden here, who's really talented out of Florida State. You still have Bobby Brown here, who is going to be the pick, because I don't know why Bobby Brown's being that disrespected. He's a monster on that A&M front. Again, I don't really know why TDN does shit like this, but, hey, it's the Chiefs' game. Leaving Aaron Robinson to be kind of stolen by Kansas City here. Overall, that's going to be a great pick, because, again, you need some extra corners there. That's going to be super solid overall. San Francisco, looking at you guys, again, we got you guys Ryan Slater in the first, who is going to be a center or a guard for you guys. This is a perfect spot to get another one. And MP is, I'm pretty sure he's, he's a redshirt junior, right? Yeah, he's a little bit younger. You see the run lanes for BYU. This is the right time to get him. James Empey going to add some extra line depth on that squad as well. Now you have guard and center filled and or tackle. So that's going to be a really solid fit overall. Now, Cards, we got to look at you guys. Again, we got to get some extra linebacker help in here. You still have Dimitri Moore here. You still have guys like Ventrell Miller, who's super solid. We're going to go Dimitri Moore. And, we're at the last pick of the draft, I think. That's so sad. Looking at the last pick, we got to go out with a bang. There still are some dudes on the board that are really solid. You got guys like Zamir White on the board. You have guys like Tariq Thompson on the board. You have some really talented dudes, and I'm not sure if we can find a trade partner, if we're going to be honest. The Steelers could be trading back up. The Bears definitely need some more help. And looking at it, is Malcolm Kuntz a little bit older? He is. If we're going to be honest, guys, this is going to be a pick that we're either going to pick a quarterback here, or we're going to trade back. And you know what? Let's have a little bit of fun. If we're not going to be shifting out of the Jimmy G era, we're probably going to want somebody who is more developmental. Spencer Sanders is going to be the pick. Crazy, right? Spencer Sanders is a fun it's not the last pick. Spencer Sanders is a fun-ass project. If you want to see him, he has all the tools in the world. All the tools in the world. Makes some stupid decisions sometimes, but I'm telling you, sit him behind a guy like Jimmy G, I'd be fine with him in the fourth, to be honest. He's super raw, and he's super young, super athletic, super fun. You just got to stick with it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. So ending off the draft, we are going to be going for a guy who is more experienced than Malcolm Kuntz as a defensive end. Where the fuck are the picks? Oi, do we have more picks than this? This might be the last pick. So I guess that's it. We're not ending off with a boom, but actually ending off, filling a need and getting great value. Thomas Graham Jr. out of Oregon, finally filling in that cornerback spot for the Falcons. It works perfectly. And is it actually going to work? Of course it's not going to work. It's definitely not going to work. So it looks like this is the final screen you guys are going to be seeing for this regular season series. I thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the fan for always trying to make commentary in this as well, or ruin mine, whichever one that you guys always think about. But I thank you guys so much. It really has been a journey. It's been fun. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.